What is up, guys, and welcome to episode number 54 today. 2 episodes left to go of season 4 of my Ipswich Town Road to Glory, and it could potentially be the last 2 episodes of my Ipswich Town Road to Glory career mode if we do win the FA Cup, the Premier League and the Champions League all in today's episode. No, it's going to be all in the last episode if we do get through against Manchester City in the Champions League. But we do find ourselves with a good start, obviously 3-2 up in the first leg, and hopefully the second leg will be just as good and we can get through into the final. So yeah, the treble is still on for us, and we are going to push for it every step of the way that we've got these last 8 or 7 games that we're going to have. Obviously Benjamin Bowden finds himself getting a brace early on. No, unfortunately he doesn't. He can only get his first goal early on, and Brighton find themselves on the counter-attack. Origi into Billy Gilmore, where it looked very, very sus being an offside, but apparently VAR didn't really see it, or it was very, very minutely close, because he looked very far offside when he received the ball. But we all know it's not when you receive the ball, it's when you actually get played in. But Benjamin Bowden tries to get a second and bring us back in front, but Ivan Toney gonna play it into Ramsey. Ramsey gonna have a shot, but it gets blocked from the Brighton defence. Now Wes Burns into Ramsey. Ramsey has the shot and gets saved by the Brighton keeper. There's so many chances here, and Billy Gilmore plays in Encil. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name, but Encil gets his shot saved by Keller. Now obviously we're going to be on the counter attack here, obviously playing really nice balls into each other, and that was not really a nice ball, but Ivan Toney puts the pressure on and manages to get the second goal for Ipswich Town, putting us in front. Nicely does it. Hopefully that'll be 3 points coming for us. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously we've got 30 minutes left as Harris, a little bit rusty. Harris is not what he once was. Obviously he has had quite a fair few injuries through us these past 4 seasons. I think, going into the Championship he had an injury, and then he had another injury in the first season of the Premier League, and I think he's had another injury during the start of this season. So not great when you needed strikers, but we managed to make it 3-1 against Brighton Hove Albion. And now we're going into the second leg of the Champions League against Manchester City. And my word, this is the one where it's very when you really want to win and you really don't want to lose, because if you do, you've got to play the whole of next season again just to try and get that Champions League win. You just want to win it the first time you're in it. You just want to win it, and hopefully we can. But obviously Mohamed Salah going 1-0 in front very early on for them. Obviously Kasper Dolberg tries to make it 1-1, bring the equaliser back, but we need to score 1 more than Manchester City do, otherwise it will be a draw and it will go to extra time and probably penalties, which we all know I'm not that great at penalties. But Aaron Ramsey scores Ipswich Town's second, putting us back in front in the he scores our first. Obviously Manchester City went 1-0 up, and Jacob Ramsey, not Aaron Ramsey, God, getting my names mixed up with all players here. Obviously Jacob Ramsey gets us 1-1 all together, all square, 4-3 on the aggregate. Obviously now Ferguson getting the ball, obviously going to play it into Kasper Dolberg. Dolberg finds the run of Ramsey. I'm not too sure how he's got it, but Ramsey gets his second. Oh yes, that's what we want. 5-3 on aggregate. That is putting us solidly through. But we all know Manchester City can come back if they really, really push and really try for it. And obviously Haaland finds himself on the ball into Soler, back into Goretzka. And Goretzka through into Haaland. Haaland with a great save from Keller. Wow, that is really what we need. Obviously now we find ourselves in the 83rd minute of this match, and look at that. Giles, you perfect little wing back, manages to put it past Edison on the far right hand top of the corner. Wow, and what? He's given a penalty for that. He's shot the... yeah, Haaland gets a second, so it's going to be 3-2. It's going to be the same result as it was in the first leg. I mean, I'm not going to complain. You know, we got through. It's what we wanted to happen, what we needed to happen, and you know, Haaland may have helped City through, but 6-4 in aggregate in a Champions League. Wow, that's absolutely crazy. But there we are through. So it's going to be 8 games, so it will be a perfect 4-4 split in these last 2 episodes going forwards. And yeah, we'll have to find out who we've got in the final. Will it be Manchester United, or will it be the story-driven Olympique Marseille, where Lucas comes back to face his former club in the Champions League final? Well, I really can't wait to find out. If it's Marseille, I really can't wait to play him and just see the lineup and just see his face in there and starting for them. And it's going to be trying to hold him off, because he's an exciting prospect. He's like Bowden, but he's a little bit not like Bowden. Obviously, he's an 86 rated striker, where Bowden's 87, pushing towards that 88 rated. But yeah, amongst the greats, Benjamin Bowden, he's managed to surpass the league. Yeah, he's managed to surpass all league records. Basically, he's scored quite a lot of goals for us this season. He's managed to get his act together, because I didn't really find he was putting that many goals in last season, whereas this season he's managed to shine that little bit extra. He's known that he's playing against Premier League opposition. He knows how they play. And yeah, he's managed to come up with the goods this season as Brownhill tries to put it past, but Ferguson with the follow-up and gets us 1-0 in front against Manchester United. I must say, our form towards the latter end of the season has been great. I've looked back at our our start of the season, and it was absolutely horrid. You know, we were sort of early on, we were down at the bottom, near mid-table, and then going into the second half, or the latter half of the season, wow, Ferguson has a wonder power shot from so far out, and it smashes against the bar. That would have been so wondrous to actually see go in, but unfortunately it only hits the bar as Keller keeps us in it. Oh no, he doesn't. Casemiro gets the point late on from that corner. Unfortunately, we couldn't defend it. Keller made a wonder save early on, but it went out for the corner, and then straight away on that corner, Casemiro gets it back on the equaliser, and that is 2 points dropped late on that we really... You know, if it comes down to 2 points when our last game and we lose and that other team wins and we're 2 points ahead on the last game, yeah, that is going to be where the 2 points have come from. I mean, saying that, well, look, we're 2 points ahead of Manchester City with, I think, it's probably like 3 games, 4, no, it's probably like 4 games, no, 3 games left to go, because we played 2, and now we're on the 35th game, so this will be 36th. There's 3 games left to go, and look at that, Benjamin Bowden crops up once again. He's cropped up a good one. There's 3 games left to go, and you know, 9 points in it, we're 2 points ahead, and you know, if we win 2 of those, well, you know, we should be top of the league. And you know, I really hope we do, because we've worked so well and our form has been so great towards the end. And you know, it'd just be really bad if we done what Arsenal are doing currently in the league right now. Well, they are sitting top, but you know, Manchester City can still come up against them. But you know, Manchester City have got 2 games in hand. But in our season, Spurs have we have the game in hand on Spurs, but we're level with Manchester City on games played, just because we've knocked them out of the Champions League and we've been at the same time with them with the Champions League. It'll only be the last game against Olympique Marseille or Manchester United as Kasper Dolberg scores a wonder goal. Wow, Sam Johnson gets beat. I really wonder how Sam Johnson actually is playing for Newcastle United. I mean, I would have thought Nick Pope would have stayed, but unfortunately not. Nick Pope has moved on to bigger and better things. I can't remember where Nick Pope's actually at currently. But, you know, obviously we digress, and maybe we ought to sign him though. But Benjamin Bowden goes ahead and chips the keeper, saying, you know, look at me, I am the goal scorer now. the record breaker, the top goal scorer of all time in the Premier League. And yeah, managed to get 3 points, nicely settled, nicely done. Look at that, 4 points ahead of Manchester City with 2 games left to go. That all but means we need to draw, and well, if Manchester City win their last 2 games, that'll be 6 points, that'll be 85. We need to draw our last 2 at least, and Manchester City lose. But as I said, Leeds United FA Cup final, Olympique Marseille Champions League final, West Ham and Leicester our last 2 Premier League games. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one for the last episode of our Season 4 Ipswich Town Road to Glory career mode. Bye bye.